Hi guys, this is my second time I would like to start this video because the previous video was cancelled by some technical issues. So my name is Tatiana Kalinina. I'm a Vedic astrologer from Belarus, and I would like to tell you why my channel now is named as BabaVangaBel. It was a story on previous week when I just checked Google what do people write about Kalinina Tatiana, astrologer Kalinina Tatiana, because I have a strong brand in Russian-speaking astrology field, and just I made this routine work to check what is going on, what are the journalists write about this person. And there I found an article of one Polish journalist who quoted my forecasts, my predictions, and named me like Belarusian Baba Vanga. So the reason is that I'm making this video not for myself. I make it for you, for my followers, for people. I write my books for people, for the readers, and I always listen what are they thinking about me, and if they found this name for me, if they found this positioning, if they understand me like this, so I will take this name. So, and I feel myself very comfortable about this because it's true. Yes, I'm from Belarus, and I make forecasts, so it can be like Baba Vanga. So that's why I named my channel like this. And please share your opinions. Do you like this? Don't like? What do you think about this? Because I noticed that people reacted. Last week I received comments that, wow, Baba Vanga, that's fine. But we are here today not talking about myself. We will be deep into the natal chart of the person, Vladimir Putin, and we will check his natal chart. I know that astrologers all over the world, they hesitate whether he has this official date of birth, and is it true, is it not true. Frankly speaking, I'm making predictions and making some notes for a very long period of time. I'm an astrologer for 12 years, so I touched this natal chart for many times. So, and I made a rectification of this horoscope several years ago, maybe 5 years ago. So frankly speaking, I think that this natal chart works perfectly. And today I will show you which features, which small things make me say like this, because I'm really sure about this. On the 7th of October 1952 in St. Petersburg at 8:25. I think that he was born in the morning, 8:25. So let's start, let's deep into this, and we will understand whether it looks like true or not. And of course I will make predictions today, so please watch until the end. This natal chart of Vladimir Putin starts from the Libra ascendant, but this is not usual Libra, because it starts in the first degree of Chitra. Chitra is a nakshatra of politicians. Chitra, Ardra, Vishakha, Swati. These nakshatras are connected with political career, especially these three nakshatras of Rahu: Swati, Ardra, and who? and Chitra. Chitra is the nakshatra of Mars, but nevertheless, okay. Chitra has its symbol like a Jew, a diamond, something very specific and rich and bright and shining, and this nakshatra usually is connected with people who was born in a very good family, like with relatives who are well known in their country, or they become like this, they become people like this, everyone knows them, maybe in their professional field or being a celebrity. So Chitra on ascendant shows us that this person is not an ordinary one. Next, this is the first degree of Chitra. So Spica star is sitting there. I will show you in my very beloved, I'm really in love with this application, Star Walk 2, and it shows these fixed stars perfectly. If we will find now, so this is a said Capricorn. Stop, please. Stop. Why do I have today so much difficulties with this? Here we can see the sky, and next to this constellation of Virgo, we see the star Spica. Spica is a hand of Virgo constellation, and here you can see this is the brightest one, the brightest star on Vladimir Putin's ascendant. This Spica shows some richness, shows power, and a lot of politicians have this Spica on their very specific points of horoscope. Like, for example, on ascendant, Sun plus this star, or maybe the Lord of the 10th house of career plus this Spica star. So always, if a person has a big power and if it prolongs for a long period of time, he should have a very strong Saturn, and he should have this star Spica. Spica, Regul, maybe. Regul on the second way. Continue. This first degree of Libra, this is a part of sky where this Spica is situated. Next to the Spica are situated several planets more. For example, what do we see? We see that Mercury is in the last degree of Virgo constellation, and it is quite near with this Spica again. Then we see there a Saturn. Saturn, where are you? Saturn in the 55 degree of Libra, so he's quite next to this star. And you see how several planets are combined together, because this is, I'm sorry, Mercury exalted. Saturn is going to be exalted after several degrees and sitting next to this Spica. When Saturn is next to Spica or exalted, it means that a person will grab all the richness of some nation or of some resource. He will have a lot of resources. And people like this, they own some companies which deal with I don't know, oil, with national resources, with something connected with the richness of the whole country. So this is a very strong thing in the natal chart, and he has this. That's why I think that this natal chart is quite natural for this person, because he's a president of Russia for many years. I don't know how many, please write me, 25, 27, something like this. And what do we see next? We see Ketu in the house of his career, and everyone knows that Putin started from the career of a spy agent, yeah, and he started his career in Germany, and he was an agent, and then after 30 he came back to Russia, and he had this chance to be a president. And his moon is sitting in the 8th house. The 10 in the 8th usually is in the natal charts of kings who was born in a royal family and took their power after someone's death or after someone's crisis. And we all know that Putin was a person who received the power from the president of, Боже мой, Matka Boska. What was his name? Boris Yeltsin. Boris Yeltsin was very sick. He had a heart attack half a year before this, and then he understood that he was too weak to hold a country, and he chose this person, Vladimir Putin, and gave him all the instructions. Putin became a president after the previous president was next to the death, next to the falling. And this combination, when the Lord of the Tenth in the 8th house, it means like this. And usually, as I said, it is situated in the natal chart of kings and queens. These things I wrote in these combinations I wrote in my book, the Book of Lords. It will be, I think, it will be translated into English, and it is in a process of translation. But we made an order. We will publish it on the 2nd of April, and hopefully at this date there will be a translation ready. So in this book I managed these combinations. Why is it so important? Because we can check the natal chart of vice president, for example, of Vice President Vance, for example, again, and we can see whether he can take the power from someone's death or falling or crisis. Because if yes, so it means that the president of this country is in danger, and we should keep these formulas in mind, and maybe one day we will see one of the politicians who has this combination, and we will predict the change of the president or prime minister. I don't know who will be this person. I can say you now that Vance doesn't have it, but maybe next years will show us something interesting. Okay. Misha asks, the left hand of which constellation? Of Virgo constellation. Okay, next. Continue. He has Raja Yoga Karaka Saturn. Saturn is about to be exalted, and he is in the 12th house. As I said, he started his career in Germany. He was working in Germany for a long time, and just then he came back. And now I would like to make some forecasts. As you see, he has Venus in the 1st house. As you see, he is not a classical, smart, handsome person in a classical understanding. And he has his own strange charisma. And this Venus in the 1st house makes Mahapurusha yoga. This is a yoga of being on the top. And this Mahapurusha yoga in the 1st house shows that power and money and everything around makes him more handsome, attractive, and charismatic. But as you know, Vladimir Putin is a person to be attacked all over the world. Different things are talked about him, but we here to predict, we're here to analyze his natal chart. And as always, when you work with the natal chart, you should be abstracted from your own opinion, your own things about this, and even from your values from time to time, because you deep into this natal chart and you should be very objective. Okay, next, you can see a lot of Raja yogas here. You can see Mahapurusha yoga, you can see Raja Yoga Karaka, you can see this star speaker, and the moon is next to the star Algol. Algol is one of the worst stars on the sky. Algol, this is an eye of Medusa Gorgona, which was killed by Perseus and which was making life dead. So this very specific combination, this very specific moon sitting in the 8th house, making us think about some bad events which can happen when this moon will be active. But we will see, we will predict now. Mr. Putin, he has a Mercury period now, so please understand that this that here from March 2023 he wasn't ruined. He is still a president because he has a very good period in his natal chart. This is a Mercury period. Mercury is exalted. Mercury is connected with Raja Yoga Karaka, Saturn. Mercury is next to Spica star, which gives power. Next, this Mercury will work until the 2040s, but of course, frankly speaking, I think that this Mercury shows that he will have a part of this time being a president, and he will have a good career at this moment. So we can see that the whole period shows that everything will be quite okay with him. And here in my schedule, on the 26th of on the 29th of July 2025, so after several months, he will have the period of Ketu. Ketu will be prolonged until July 2026. So what will be there? Ketu shows us some changes in career, and when Ketu is sitting in the 10th house, it shows us sanctions, of course. Ketu is in the sign of Cancer, and it shows more sanctions there. And of course, it means that from July 2025, sanctions will be harder. And this is not, it is not obvious now, because now this friendship, I should say, between Donald Trump and Putin, they understand each other, they work like a team. I don't know how to say this. But now it's looked like Putin will be on the top now, but the natal chart shows some difficulties. 1 year of difficulties, of sanctions. I think it will be personal sanctions, maybe. Then D9 chart, Ketu is in the 6th house, so it's very typical for having some sanctions. And Ketu is in the second house of D10 chart, it's a career chart. So Ketu here shows some economical issues and some economical crisis, which will be in Russia for sure in next years, of course. So this Ketu sitting in the 2nd house shows not only sanctions for the president, but as well showing us some events in the country. So it will be a financial crisis, I think. Next. Well, I would like to read all your comments, but I'm afraid that I will lose now my attention. I will come back to them later. Please wait. After Ketu, there will be a period of Venus. You understand that Ketu ends on July 2026, and then Mercury-Venus starts from 2026 till May 2029. What does this planet shows us? This planet shows that it's a Mahapurusha yoga in the first house, so it means that he will still have this power and being a president, he will have his career and everything like this. This Venus is in Swati Nakshatra. Swati is a nakshatra of politicians, as I said to you, so he will continue. He will continue being a president. But Venus is the lord of the 8th house, I'm sorry. And the 8th house, it means some crisis, some vice versa events which can throw away from some comfortable situation, comfortable state. And we will go right to D10 chart to understand what are the details. We see that Venus is the lord of the 8th house. 8th house means difficulties for the career. It sits in the 7th house of negotiations, of communications, of making deals, something like this. But sitting there with Venus, and this Venus plus Moon is a very good combination. It means that after 2026 till 2029, it will be a period of being a president, being in politics, and having some problems because it's in the 8th house, the lord of the 8th house, and making a lot of negotiations, a lot of communications. But till now, nothing very strict. Till now, nothing bad. We will go to Varshaphala, because Varshaphala shows us perfectly whether he has some problems or not. He was born on the 7th of October, so I will use the Varshaphala annual horoscope for 2024 to understand what will be now until the October 2025. He has a Jupiter in the first house. This is very good because Jupiter shows power. Saturn is in his own sign in the 10th house. Wow, so it's being stable in his career. It means like this. And you see a Moon being debilitated in the 7th house. Moon is the lord of the 3rd house of who? Of countries, of neighbors, of neighbors, sitting in the 7th house of peace or war, and it shows us that until October there will be a lot of problems with neighbors. So I think this is about this conflict between Ukraine and Russia, of course. So he doesn't have any other sharp situations like this. So this Moon shows us this Ukraine situation. So we see that nothing bad is happening with his career, and we see that he is still having problem with neighbors, with Ukraine. Next, from October 2025, for 12 months, we will use this natal chart. Alfin writing me, agree, pretty tricky profile name. I like this name, BabaVangaBel, because it's showing the positioning, and it's very easy to remember. Thank you for your comment. Very interesting topic today. Just love to watch your analysis. Thank you so much. And I have personal readings. If you would like, please contact me with email. I will leave email under. And of course, we will book this natal chart reading. So, continue. From October 2025 for 1 year, what do we see? A Cancer sign, moon is in the 10th house, it means success. Moon in Ashwini Nakshatra, no, okay, nothing special. Venus plus Ketu in the 2nd house, it means that sometimes will be money, sometimes not. But frankly speaking, this is about the country, because of course Putin is one of the richest persons ever, and of course this Ketu is connected with Russia, I'm sorry, with Russian people, not with himself, I think. Mars is the lord of the 5th and 10th house. It's Raja Yoga Karaka. Mars is the sign of war, because it's a planet of war, of conflict, of everything. And Mars is sitting in the 4th house of lands, as I think, of real estate, of land, of infrastructure, of all these things. That's why I think that this piece, which will be this document and this document with Ukraine, which will be signed to have peace between two countries, it will give to Putin and to Russia a lot of land. Because I see some signs of power in his 4th house. I know that a lot of people don't like my forecasts, but I know that after several years, when your emotions will be more calm, you will be grateful that I said to you my own opinion as a professional, not my emotions, not my preferences, not my dreams about how the world should be, but what I saw in the reality in their natal charts of Zelensky, of Putin, of Ukraine, of Russia. And I see for Russia that they will gain land, a lot of lands. So this Mars in from October 2025 till October 2026 shows that some land will be grabbed, and the country will become more big. And we don't see any crisis here. Okay, let's go further, because you know me, I will find something critical, frankly speaking. Because even in the name of this video, I wrote that 2027 will be the match point. So from August 2026 until August 2027, what do we see? Venus being in its own house, in the 2nd house, being making Lakshmi yoga. It means money, a lot of money. Then Jupiter, the lord of the 4th and the 7th house, is exalted in the 11th house of making friendship, making alliances, something like this. And there we can see the debilitated Mars. I think from June 2026, from October 2026 until October 2027, we see that his reputation will be under stress. He will be attacked by friends and enemies, because Mars is showing this. And this document, which they will sign with Ukraine, it will be not stable. They will not make this in the reality. I don't know who, the Ukraine part, the Russian side, I don't know. But this natal chart shows that something connected with the land, something connected with peace is not stable. And there are some problems with this, and there are some bright warlike situations, which irritates all the year, and which gives unstable situation with this piece. I think that peace will be unstable. And even this Mars in the 11th house, this is a house of reputation. Mars is the lord of the 8th and the 3rd. It means that his reputation will be under the pressure. I didn't make my calls off. So he will have problems in 2026, 2027, and next year we'll show more. Let's check it. 2027, from October 2027 till October 2028. Do you remember the story which I told you in the very beginning about how did he took this power? He became president after Boris Yeltsin, and Boris Yeltsin gave him all the power, not how to say, directly, without voting, without making a campaign and elections. So when you experienced this, when you had this experience in the beginning of your career, usually you try to repeat, or you use this trick, you use this method to solve the problems. Do you remember how in, I don't remember, 2008, I think, the president was Dmitry Medvedev, not Putin, but he was totally controlled by Putin. So just it was like a trick. And now, if Putin will be after a pressure, if he will understand that he is unstable, he will use this trick again. He will find someone like, this is your new president, this is a new person, he's democratical, everything is fine, everything like you wanted, but he will be totally controlled by Putin for sure, because his natal chart, the natal chart of Putin, shows us that he will be quite powerful in upcoming years. Here, in 2027, we see the situation like this. The 3rd house and the 4th house are very, very weak, because Saturn is a debilitated lord of these houses. And I think that it shows that in 2027 there will be a new war again, and there will be a big conflict, and I think that Russia will take part in this. Still, he has Jupiter in Leo in the 10th house, so it means that his power is stable. I mean, his position is still here, he is still a president. Of course, he will reach some problems, of course it will be, but the natal chart is very, very strong. We will go to the D10 chart, D10, and here we see that the lord of the 1st house of the whole career, Saturn, is debilitated in the 4th house. It means opposition. So opposition will be very, very hard attacking him in this year. But this year is connected with Venus. Venus is Raja Yoga Karaka, and this planet sits in the 12th house. 12th house, and all these small things like debilitated Saturn as a lord of the 1st house, debilitated Mars in the 7th house, strange Venus in the 12th house, but very, very strong. a very strong one. This planet is a Raja Yoga Karaka. Strong, how to say, Rasi chakra, a strong D1 chart, and some problems in D10 chart shows that he will have a lot of problems with his power in 2026. But I think that he can make this change for several months, or just to show someone like, oh, this can be a new president, maybe we will try this, or you can try with him, and then Putin will make power come back to him. I think that in 2027 he will have this crisis in his career, and he was used this trick like was at the beginning of his career with showing someone like other president or other person who is guilty, and then come back to his power, come back to his positioning. So like this what I wanted to tell you. I don't want you to be in illusions that he will be thrown away from his chair of president, something like this. It can be like dreams, but in Russia the political system is very, very strict and stable, and all the opposition is ruined. All the opposition is in foreign countries and is outside, and everything is under such big control that you cannot really imagine. And there, 2027, of course, this stableness and this fixing will make problems, because people, they want to breathe, they want to feel free, they don't want to be under this pressure and this control, and they will react somehow. But of course he is very, very smart, and he is very, very tricky, and he will cheat all the people around, I think. This is my conclusion. And maybe depressive conclusion, but still I think that it will be more realistic than tell you about, wow, here is a very big problem and he will be not a president anymore. No. After 2027 we will understand then, but my general opinion is that he will remain, he will be stable after 2027. The end of his career we will see later. We have a lot of time. We are now still in the beginning of at the beginning of 2025. So now we make predictions 2-3 years later, in upcoming 2-3 years, and then after this we will come back to this topic. Please pay attention that I keep in my hands a very good book by me. I like this moment when we print books and when I have my copy and I touch it, and I like this moment very much. That's why I'm reacted so much. So you can read your Kindle, Amazon Kindle copy on Amazon, and I will give all the links under this video, or you can book it from our site and I will sign it, and then we will send it whenever you are. So this is Deep Sky Astrology. This is a book about fixed stars and what fixed stars can show us in predictive astrology. And today you saw how much power does this fixed star has, this speaker one. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, thank you very much for your time, and please be sure to subscribe. We'll see each other in the next videos. Goodbye.